We have here the 2024 Orca Aero in a size 55, weighing 19 pounds and 7 ounces. And in kilos, 8.84 kgs. Stay tuned to after the video where your referral buy sent us on their own ORBEA wheel set that is with pedals, bottle, and also storage fuel sludge underneath. Stay tuned. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and I finally have been trying to get this bicycle on my channel for such a long time. For some reason, this bicycle sticks out to me so much. This is the ORBEA Orca Aero, and this is a 2024 model with SRAM rival. As you guys see it, it goes for $6,500 with SRAM rival carbon wheels and also their bottle cage and a power meter on there. It is one of the most aero looking bikes out on the market because of the add-on with the aero bottle and also the little fuel storage, which we'll talk about in just a second. But I really do enjoy the company. They give you a lot of options you can change out at the time of purchase, so you don't have to go ahead and buy the bike and swap things out, which is really cool. They give you a lot of color choices as well, but I like the lines of this bike. I think they did a really good job of it in my particular favor. If you don't like the aero bottle cage or the aero fuel sludge underneath it, you can go ahead and remove that and it still comes out to a very beautiful and sexy bike. But this paint job is gorgeous. This is the raw carbon mixed with kind of like that pea green or like that green to bronze color, and then they also have it in the purple. But if none of those colors are your match, you can go ahead and change it and build out whatever color spec you want on there. So in today's video, we'll go over this entire bike build to show you guys what you get for $6,500. And again, the weight that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video was 19 pounds. It is a heavy bike, but this is their mid-level range with the rival on there. It's a heavier group set. But for sure, this is a really deep aero bike, and that is with water bottle on there. I don't usually weigh bikes with water bottles or the fuel sludge on there. And there's a lot of stack, but I mean, look at the amount of carbon on the head tube, on the down tube. And yeah, so we'll go over a couple of things I like on this bicycle as well. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So this bike is, like I said, the ORBEA Orca Aero. This is their aerodynamic series. They just refreshed the ORBEA Orca this year to make it pretty much a strictly climbing bike with a lot of circular tubes and a very lightweight spec bike. This is a size 55. I usually ride a size 56 in other companies, but 55 in their company amounts to a size large. The bicycle is an OMX carbon fiber, and the cool thing about ORBEA is that you're going to get the exact same carbon fiber for this frame as you would as a high-end frame. So even if you wanted SRAM red with all the bells and whistles and nicer wheels, it would just be around $10,500, which is still a really good deal compared to the market that's out there for sure. They also have on there their own wheel brand company. I think it's called their OQUOs. It's their own rim design paired with zip hubs, which we see other companies do that, like Cervelo or Reserve wheels. They paired up with zip as well to get their own hubs on there. And also, like I mentioned, they do have a bunch of different color options you can do on here. I just really like the way the lines look on this bicycle. So starting off with the cockpit area. For $6,500, you do get a full carbon fiber handlebar that's right here on the top. This is their own brand, again, their QC, I believe, and it has the cables running on the exterior on here, so it's a little bit easier to take the bar on and off for packaging. When I went ahead and assembled this bike, you had enough slack in there, so if you needed to get this bicycle into a box or into a case, it was very easy. The bars just hang to the side, but you still get that whole aerodynamic plus side to it because they have these little rubber pieces here to go ahead and cover up that free space. If you want a full one-piece bar and stem cockpit, you can go ahead and do so with getting like a Vision 5D Metron bar, or there are other options out there that you can use with an FSA headset right here in the front as well. The cables run underneath the stem and then down to the frame, and this is their own stem system as well, equipped with the out front mounting system. For the bar tape on here, it's their own ORBEA tape with the ORBEA bar plugs on there. Very nice, comfortable, plushy tape, and it has some nice texture on there. Could see these being good for grip without any gloves on. A lot of people are riding with no gloves still. For the casual riders, I know if you're racing, you want some gloves just in case you take a spill, but I still ride with no gloves just because of the fact I like the way it feels better without the gloves on there. For the group set, it's going to be a SRAM rival wireless group set, 2 gears in the front, 12 in the rear, giving you a total of 24 gears. It is a electronic wireless group set that can go ahead and shift without any, you guessed it, wires, and a hydraulic disc brake system as well. The one thing that kind of throws me a little bit on this bicycle is the orange color for the ORBEA and the Orca Aero. You have two beautiful color schemes going together, a raw matte carbon mixed with a gloss green gold color. The red kind of throws me a little bit. It's not hard to get used to, but when I first saw it, I was like, I wish it could be a little bit different. Maybe like a gold, maybe this exact same color paint here, but just me nitpicking on there for sure. Spacers are going to be right here, and they are breakaway spacers, so if you need to go ahead and lower your fit stem system on here, you actually have a lot of ease to do so that you don't have to unhook your brakes and change out the rebleed your brake hose system. It's very simple to do so, which is nice. Also, with a two-piece bar and stem system, you can still adjust the ups and downs of your handlebars to go ahead and get the angle of what you want for your handlebar position. For the head tube on here, they utilize the UCI rule for that massive front end to go ahead and make it a very nice aerodynamic bicycle. And the whole idea behind this system right here with the AERO bottle cage and the AERO fuselage is that they're trying to take up as much space as they can inside of this frame to go ahead and just make this thing a solid sheet of carbon fiber. The less holes there are on the bicycle, the faster it'll be, the more aerodynamic it'll be. Obviously, with that stuff on there, it's going to add more weight, given them 19 pounds. But again, I'm really excited to see how this bicycle performs at high end speeds. ORBEA is letting me go ahead and get the chance to ride this bicycle on a couple rides, a couple group rides, and I want to see how this thing goes. Our group rides over here go anywhere from 25 to 30 miles an hour. I'm really excited to see how this thing holds at top end speeds, which is really cool. For the front fork on here, this bicycle can take up to a 700 by 30C tire. It comes equipped with Vittoria Corsa NXT tires and a 20C configuration. And then, like I said before, these are their brand new OQUO wheels rims on here. They have a micro hook for the rim bed, so you can go ahead and use whatever tire. It's not a hookless rim. You can use whatever tire you want on here. It is tubeless ready. It's a 45 mil depth. And then also it comes equipped with a zip hub on there. So you can see right there, they have a manufactured zip hub with a blade spoke. Again, Zip is a big brand name, but in my personal experience, I don't like the zip hubs as much. But that's just my personal preference. I know that they're known for having a good hub. You get the Zip quality name, you get the Zip warranty on there. But again, I wish it would have changed out the hub on there. But the rims themselves look nice. The internal rim width is a 21 mil external. I'm sorry, 21 mil internal. So it fits a 28C pretty nice and flush on there to get a nice fitting aerodynamic tire there. To the front of the rotor, it's a 160 millimeter rotor for SRAM Rival with a through axle on there. And then you have a SRAM Rival front disc brake caliper. Very nice cutouts where that front tire goes underneath the belly of that bicycle. Again, they went through all the nooks and crannies for this bicycle built in the wind tunnel and aerodynamics, and they built the bike to make it clean lines for where the airflow went. You can see right there the rear stays. That is not normal rear stays. They're usually a little bit higher up, but they figure that's where the line breaks for the wind tunnel, so that's the way they like to see it. Down here we have the ability to add on this fuel cell, and it's just like a little storage place. You can put your flats, your tires, your tubes, your fuel, whatever you want inside of here, which just has a little storage compartment down here. But again, what this is really designed to do is to go ahead and make it a little bit more aerodynamic, take up this empty space here and not give any drag, which we'll see how that goes ahead and works on it. For the bicycle on here, it is a BB386 Evo press fit in there. A much bigger hole for a bottom bracket. It's supposed to provide a little bit more stiffness to this area. And this is where they're going to go ahead and get a bunch of the power from the bicycle to hopefully reduce lateral flex back and forth on here. For the cranks, you get SRAM Rival cranks and 172.5s coming in quick with a Quark power meter on there as well. Going on over to this side, you can see a nice top shot of that raw carbon, which looks gorgeous. I mean, big sucker for raw carbon, either in matte or gloss, but it looks really, really good. You do get their own ORBEA AERO bottle in here. One, AERO bottles do work. They are nice. They will go ahead and save you watts. Two, they are awkward to grab. They don't give you a lot of water, but if you're looking for speed, that's going to be the way to go ahead and do so. You can see right here, we have a little area. If you're running 11-speed Di2, that will be where your junction box goes there. We have on here a SRAM Rival front derailleur with the front derailleur battery, and then a SRAM Rival chain mixed with a SRAM Rival cassette. And I like this because of the fact that they are going ahead and putting on a faster cassette for an aero bike. Usually see bicycle companies go ahead and just spec a 1033 in there and call it a day. ORBEA said no, we're gonna go ahead and put a 1030 on there, a little bit more of a tighter cluster because they figure they're gonna be going at faster speeds. For the rear wheel, it's exact same as the front, a 45mm depth, it has a micro hook, and also has a zip rear hub, and it's a 21mm internal. They have a matte finish right here, along with a gloss finish, and then the exact same tires at the front, Vittoria Corsa and NXT, and a 28C configuration that can be converted to tubeless ready. For the rear rotor, they went ahead with a 140 SRAM rear rotor and a SRAM rival disc brake caliper. And then last but not least, look at that, you get a nice look of that rear stays. Very clean lines, very tucked in tire right underneath the down seat post in there. You do have a integrated seat post wedge right here that tightens up to 8 Nm. And the last feature I like on this bicycle is their seat post on here. This is a regular setback seat post that comes equipped with the bicycle, but inside this seat wedge right here, you're able to change it if you want the normal setback or if you want a 0 setback. So you can have 25 or 0. I flipped it to 0, and now you don't have to buy another seat post. So many times do I sell bicycles in other brands where you have to go ahead and splurge out $200 to $250 right away to go ahead and get the seat post of your liking. So it's now a little bit more forward, it looks a little bit more aggressive, and that's just how I like it. Coming equipped with a physique saddle, nice wide cutout as well, and a nice flat saddle going ahead with the bike. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. This is the ORBEA Orca Aero in the SRAM Rival Edition. Retail is $6,500, and I'll be doing a follow-up video to let you guys know exactly how I think this bike rides and what are my final thoughts on it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next. Here comes a free buy sound test on this wheel with a zip hub. Wow. Sounds great. Anyways, you guys can do this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one.